Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Different live free picks for today's action. So make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications. Be live with us. Get the plays in real time. Get the best numbers with your picks here on this show. And of course, also join the conversation in our chat. We always welcome your comments and picks, if you would. Before we get underway, let you know about a few things. Our promo code, you can save 20% off all our premium picks when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access our page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, get signed up. Always love to hear from you guys. You may post your picks in the comments. And of course, take a visit to our site, Tony'sPicks.com. We are a multi-capper site showcasing top cappers in our industry. Click the link to the hot cappers, get signed up to some of our long-term passes. As you can see, leading the way for 2023 is Ramon Scott with fantastic performance this year, 4,277 units of profit. Ralph Raymond been doing well. Joshua Pope just stringing along winners and winners here. Nick doing well. Well, last 3 days, our hottest capper has been Ralph. Last 7 days has been Tim. And of course, Tiffany coming in with a strong performance, as well as Tim, as our 24-hour leaderboard showing up some good results here, guys. Also, too, you may visit our site here, center of the page with our premium plays. Best bet tabs. Each capper can release a best bet from one per sport. We're locked and loaded here for action on Monday. $15 premium is promotional. Really let the cappers introduce their service to new and existing customers. You see we got Landing Cup cappers in here with their $15 premium, and many of them want to make that good impression. You see a lot of best bets at that $15 premium pack. Of course, multi-packs, 3-packs offer great value. You can see many cappers up there with those multi-packs. Profit guarantee, must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credit back to your account for site credits. That is profit guarantee. And if you prefer, you may purchase the plays a la carte from our pick ticker. You can see there with team versus team information, a la carte purchasing. You can see we're really locked and loaded. That's not even the whole list there. You can load more by clicking that little load more tab there. All right, let's get underway today. With us today on Game Day Picks, Ramon Scott and Mindy Hahn. So let's get underway here with Game Day Picks. Time to welcome in Mindy. You'll catch her over at Tony'sPicks.com. We'll bring her in right now. I think we're set to roll here. Of course, catch her on that morning Steam show. Mindy, what's happening?
Not too much, Tony. How are you?
Doing great. All right, here we go. We're going to the ice tonight. Running out of the games on the ice as we're in the Eastern and Western Conference Finals here. Hurricanes and Panthers. Boy, this one is razor close here. Panthers a slight favorite here at -106. Total sits here at 5.5.
Yeah, it should be a good one tonight, Tony. You know, Panthers are off to a 2-0 lead in the series with 2 overtime wins, on the road. And they're looking to take a commanding 3-0 lead here tonight. But the Hurricanes are definitely going to go ahead and try to stop them tonight with their exceptional defense. That's kind of Hurricanes as usual, right? It's one of those that they tend to create turnovers in those defensive zones. And it looks like Anderson has finally been confirmed here in goal. We weren't sure if Ranta was going to be in there tonight. But he's been doing pretty great. He's stopped 57 of 60 shots last game out here, 2.48 goals allowed average. And then the Panthers, they've struggled a little bit in this series offensively, right? So if we think about, last week I kind of came in, with an over game. Tonight I'm kind of doing the opposite here based on how these two teams have been, trending in this series offensively. The Panthers have only scored 5 goals in these first 2 games. And the defense for this Panthers team has been pretty exceptional here as well, with Bobrovsky in the net. So he saved 100 out of 103 shots here so far, 3.07 goals allowed average. I think the goaltending has just been pretty outstanding. I don't expect anything different here today. Going under the total here in Game 3 tonight, Tony.
All right, Minnie says it's going to be tight here, tight checking, defensive. How can you argue that, right? Florida's gone under in the past 2 series, right? Their games against Toronto, all under. And again here against Carolina has been all under. And, of course, not allowing more than 2 goals a game here in that entire series against Toronto. And here in the first 2 games here against Florida, again, allowed 2 and 1. So they've been on this streak where they're not giving up more than 2.
Right. And it's one of those, you almost have to do a double take, right? The under is 7-0 in the last 7. And then also it's under 6-0 in the last year following a win as well. And then it's kind of been the same kind of scenario here with the Hurricanes team, 5-1 in their last 6. between these two teams. So yeah, I mean, I don't think trends are going to be anything different. I know some folks, in the this morning were saying, hey man, why don't we just take a look at maybe another overtime game? Maybe pick a prop that sort of way instead of just picking a winner here. Lots of overtime games here. This postseason, which is a little bit off of the norm because normally overtime happens about every 7 games. Now suddenly we're getting it basically 6 out of 7 games. So it should be another good one here tonight. Can't wait.
Yep, looks like another close one here, as you can see in the line, right? I mean, this is razor thin, -1, -104. Of course, the total 5.5. So that 2-2 in regulation, hey, that catches the under. That's what you got to be kind of rooting for there in this situation. There, no doubt. Mindy here, Hurricanes, Panthers under 5.5. This one will have a start time here, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Tonight's game is over on TNT. All right, Mindy, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com for right now's action here. We see good results with the best bets, 847 units of profit. All right, we got a full game. We got actually 12 games on the board here from Major League Baseball. No day games in Major League Baseball, so we'll have some afternoon ones here starting at 6 Eastern time. Single from the NBA, single from NHL. I didn't even see if there's WNBA on the board. What do you have going over? No, not today, right? No, not today. All right, what do you have going over at Tony's Picks?
Well, of course, I've given out my 2 best picks here in the NHL on the morning show and now this one. But you can go ahead and check me out for my guaranteed best bet. If I don't win, you get your money back in the NBA here tonight. It's my $15 complimentary discounted pick here. Not a discounted play, though, just discounted in price to kind of introduce you, to our services here. And then also put up a guaranteed 5-pack in Major League Baseball today. Really liking the season here thus far. I feel like things are starting to click for me. We're getting ready to go here. And then also I put together a guaranteed best bet for the late game tonight. If you want to go ahead and just check that out. If you're just looking for a play, maybe your games are done for the night, you can go ahead and pick up this late one over here as well. But instead of picking up everything here a la carte, you can go ahead and catch me on a longer term pass, 3-day, 7-day, 30-day. And make sure you use the promo code TonyT at checkout to get the discount on that service there as well. And there it is, the code. A special here just for those of you that watch.
So I get on board with Mindy Hano at Tony'sPicks.com. That's right, there's 20% discount exclusive here to our YouTube audience. So get on board with Mindy over at Tony'sPicks.com. We'll flash the records. Great best bet record right now from Mindy for 2023. All document over at Tony'sPicks.com. Up on the board right now, we have a 5-pack here from Major League Baseball. And of course, her best bets from baseball and best bet here from the NBA. So get on board with that. As you can see, they are profit guarantee, meaning it must turn a profit on these individual packages, or the amount you purchase is credit back to your account for side credits. That is profit guarantee. Now, non-guaranteed are the longer-term pass because they're still a greater discount. So instead of buying the plays individually, here on a Monday, we always talk about that 7-day pass, which is a great value there. You get all of Mindy's pre and plays for 7 days. That will include all her baseball for 7 days, as well as NBA and NHL here for the 7 days, as well as if she's in action in WNBA during that 7-day period. That's also part of that as well. So go ahead and get on board and use that promo code TonyT at checkout, and you'll be able to save 20% off. You can access Mindy's page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cowboys tab and you'll land right on Mindy's page. Go ahead and get signed up. Remember, that promo code is good on any of the packages for sale, so go ahead and get signed up. All right, Mindy, we also put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Picks. Mindy, you control the key punches there. She's into control there, so you'll get a pick from Mindy there. Also, she'll let you know what she has going on in her services, any streaks and whatnot. Morning Steam also, a day off for Mindy tomorrow, but a lot of content still for today up on the board, so you can go back there and watch the replay of it. And of course, more content as well on the Discord.
That's right. You can check me out on Twitter at Tony's Picks Mindy, where I'll have another pick today in Major League Baseball. So make sure you go ahead and check that one out. And then also, we may be having some softball and baseball coming up here this weekend as well. As long as we have lines, we're ready to play. We're just kind of hanging out, seeing how everyone's doing. There was lots of action over the weekend. Had a good time with that. Ramon's team made it into the Super Regional, so we're excited to see how San Diego State comes out of that after, there was the big upset with UCLA here this weekend. But then also make sure you check us tomorrow, like Tony said, is the day off. I get to, kind of rest up a bit, reload for the following week. But you can catch us back on Wednesday, 8 a.m. Central, Wednesday through Monday, where we go over the full, pro card. So we will have WNBA, NHL, NBA until those two are done here soon. And then, of course, Major League Baseball. So you can get all of your betting needs in. Also, Ramon comes in with some USFL. He just, came off a great day at 4-0. He also has some mixed martial arts, ultimate fighting coming up here as well. He also had a really nice weekend there, 4-1. So make sure you go ahead and check out some of those, other plays that are out there. We always have tons of packages, so you can always find a little bit of everything that you like. But Ramon and I will go over the full card where you can get, basically all of the line movements, see who is starting, who's in, who's out, what the injuries look like. And of course, then we gain consent with our team chat. So we appreciate everyone's info. They come in with all the goods for us, all the hot stats. And then also you can visit us in the Discord where we get even more information on all of the pro ball that we can handle. We get player props in there. Some folks kind of like to go ahead and do some parlays. So yeah, again, a little bit of everything. And then you might, be able to find concert photos, whatever, other people have in there available. So make sure you join, totally free. We love to have you there as well. So join the Discord. The link is in the chat right now.
That's right, in the chat, free of charge. Just go in there and get signed up there. A lot of extra content there. Of course, follow Mindy there. Tony Speaks Mindy, more picks and content there. Of course, the morning steam as well. Of course, get the concert photos at the Discord. I don't get mine up there, though. I know you and I went to a concert over the weekend. And Ramon went to a concert. I think there was 90s. Maybe it was last week. There was
you guys need to get in there. Get your photos up.
Yeah, there was a goth. What was it? I forgot what it was. A 90s. They had an 80s festival here in Pasadena, which I wanted to go, but I missed it. But they had a 90s festival where they just played bands from noon to midnight, right? And they had that in Vegas, right? So a lot of that going on right now. And they had one out here. I don't know I know the big news here was Susie and the band. She was making her first appearance in 15 years. That was a huge news out here.
I remember them from high school.
Yeah, the big So they were up there, and that kind of 80s music was popular out here in SoCal. So it drew up huge crowds. It was sold out, and you could
didn't quite get the grunge in the 90s. It didn't make its way down.
Yeah, grunge. Well, I think she was one of the influencers for the grunge because she had that grunge look, right? I think she was one of those goth. Them and Echo and the Bunnymen had that kind of a. Yeah, they were kind of like the post-punk era was kind of it led to that grunge movement, which there was the grunge. That was right. It was a grunge festival in Vegas last week. That's a lot of festivals happen around here, concert periods. So time to get out and have some fun.
I miss out on all the festivals. I don't get much of those.
Oh, I know. You have to travel for those. That's
I do have to travel for those.
Yeah, you had to travel for those, and there was a big news here because there was lightning. There was lightning in the air. They had to cancel the last act. Susie and who was the other '80s guy that was there? They had to cancel, but they did it the next night. People were upset because so she did it. Blame them. But she did a full set instead of their usually 45 minutes. She goes, she did her full set for the folks that came back at 5 o'clock local time there on Sunday. Her and who was the other guy that was there? Was two guys that were two bands that couldn't play because of the lightning in the area. But anyway, they got it, and everyone's happy now. So that was cool.
Look it up and report back.
That's right. Charles Sharp was born in '81, so that was a little. Maybe he was around for the grunge period. He probably was influenced there with the grunge period. Might be so. All right.
Yeah, so he would be. Yeah, I would say. Yeah, you're a lot more. Yeah, Charles is probably a lot more grungy.
Nirvana's and
high school. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
probably a lot more of the like Ramon said he likes the electronica. You were starting to get a little bit of that in the late '80s there too, a little bit.
Yeah, well, if you went to gyms, and you were into the gym workouts, and you were into the what do they call that? What was it? Aerobics, the aerobic stuff. That's all they played. That's all they played back then.
See, you got to get something to get you moving.
Yeah, you did. No doubt about that. All right, Mindy, have yourself a great day off. Enjoy your time off, and we'll catch up with you again on Wednesday.
All right, sounds good. Have a good night.
You got it. Mindy Hahn here on Game Day Picks. Guys, with you on Game Day Picks Monday through Friday here at at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications, be live with us, get the plays in real time, get the best numbers with the picks here that we give you here on the show. All right, let's continue on here on the show. We'll go ahead and welcome in Ramon Scott. You'll catch him over at Tony'sPicks.com. Let's bring him in right now. Ramon, what's happening?
Well, Tony, I have the answer, of course, because I did follow that story about Sushi and the Banshees. It was Iggy Pop.
Iggy Pop, that's right.
Iggy Pop, who famously said, I'm bored. I'm the chairman of the board.
That's right.
I got a pain in my heart.
That's right, exactly. I wish it was televised. I went to a concert Friday. I was just too tired to get up early and do a 12-hour noon to midnight the following night. But anyway, that's what's happening out here. But I've seen many of those. I'm not a big festival guy because I like to see the full sets. I probably would have been disappointed seeing half the set, but it's still fun out there anyway. But anyway, we're going here to baseball today, and the Dodgers going to be showcasing some of your young pitchers this week, not by choice, because of Urias and May hitting the injured list. So this was a highlighted series. It's going to be dampened by that. But Gonzalez will pitch Game 3 of this series, but that's a few days away. But tonight, Braves and the Dodgers. Braves minus 148, total 9.5.
Yeah, and Grove, too. Don't forget, he hit the injured list, and he was supposed to be an impact. So they still have Gavin Stone around. I mean, everyone's kind of looking at this matchup, and you see red hot Charlie Morton against Gavin Stone, and people are ready to, throw Stone under the bus a little bit. Still number 4 prospect for the Dodgers and one of the top 50 prospects in baseball. He did have 4 innings in his debut against Philadelphia. He tore up the minor leagues last year. I think what's happened this year, Tony, a little bit for Stone is getting shuffled back a little bit because even his Oklahoma City numbers aren't that great. 4.04 ERA. I mean, a PCL not bad, but maybe the shuffling a little bit, maybe the uneasy feeling of not knowing where you're going to make the next start has gotten to Stone in that debut against the Phillies. He went 4 innings and didn't look that sharp, but I'm going to give him a chance here, certainly even against this terrific Atlanta lineup. If he gets the motivation in a matchup with a guy like Morton, I think he can come through with a solid start. He has to. You talk about the Dodgers starters. The bullpen is also uncharacteristically bad so far this year for the Dodgers, but who cares? The Dodgers are still 29-19, so even though they've got these injuries now to get in the way a little bit, they're still finding ways because they do it the Dodger way. So they did only win one of those 4 games at St. Louis. So was that poor bullpen that had somewhat to do with it as well, as the Cards took 3 of 4. They allowed those runs yesterday again. So, and the Dodgers are, I don't know how they're doing it really. I mean, they're hitting 233. They are connecting with home runs. We know that they are using the long ball to their advantage, and that might not be the best necessarily for Charlie Morton, although Morton coming in at 5-3, a 2.85 ERA, great numbers, 1.42 ERA his last couple of starts. He's got that K rate, which actually is down for him, about 24-25%. But he's also gotten a lot stronger with his ground ball. I'm with you, Tony.
You're with me. You're back. You're with me.
Okay. I know. I'm sure you heard me. Did you hear all that I was talking about?
You got cut off. You got cut off for about 5 seconds.
Thank you, Morton. 24% K rate, which is actually down a little bit from his norm, and also Atlanta for Morton. 50% ground ball rate, which is actually an improvement from last year. Some of Morton's ups and downs may have come from last year just having a 40% ground ball rate. So he's actually been able to get that back up close to Major League standard. And he did have a great start versus Texas last time out against Texas, mind you, another good lineup. I still throw the Dodgers in there as a good lineup, despite that average. I mean, they have the power. But that start against Texas for Morton, 6 2/3 innings, 7 hits, and no runs allowed. So bullpen for the Braves a little bit better than the Dodgers, certainly right now, and the team ERA at 3.5. Top 5 pitching staff so far in the major leagues. Now, one thing that the Braves hitters do not do is walk. Just 5% walk rate for the Braves hitters. So maybe that will benefit Stone a little bit. Dodgers have had trouble at Truist the last couple of times in there. They've won just one of their last 7 games against right-handed starters in Atlanta. We'll note 5 straight games between these two have gone under, including a last 4 games here in Atlanta. That's going to be the direction I'm looking. Look at that number, 9.5. Let's not, think that we don't have good pitching on these teams, despite what some of the numbers might say, especially on the whole for the Dodgers. But again, you are dealing with still a very good prospect here in Stone, and Morton's numbers have been strong. I just think that even with the way these two teams are bashing it, I've got to consider the under 9.5 here with this one with Dodgers and Braves.
Everyone says Dodgers, Braves, under 9.5 in this one. I think people are looking at that St. Louis series where the Dodger pitching got pounded a little bit. They got to Kershaw, and they got to the Dodgers bullpen.
Oh, for sure. I mean, what was it, 10 runs, basically? So, yeah, it was a rough. And again, I think we talked about it on the show, Tony. You can put St. Louis's poor start aside. It could happen to anybody. All of a sudden, their lineup, to me, I've got them number 6 already offensively, despite being, I think, I want to say 5 or 6 games under 500. Talking about St. Louis now, but their offense is coming on very strong right now. Looks like Goldie's heating up. Arenado's kind of kicked his woes a little bit here. So when you have, obviously 2 top offenses, you're probably going to expect some runs. That's why that number's up there too. I've got the Braves currently at number 3 in my ranking of offenses. I have the Dodgers at number 8. I hope you're not insulted too much by them. I certainly have the Dodgers now.
That's high in my book, but all right.
Yeah, well, especially considering that batting average, but they do come through. They come through with the long ball at the clutch. Do they have a clutch rating? Because that's what the Dodgers have right now, is what it seems like to me. So I'm going to stick to the under here. Mindy and I did give out the opinion on the show today that this game would go to the Braves. Maybe the advantage in that starting pitching department. Like I said, with Stone, we just saw him one time so far. And again, just go back and look at his minor league numbers last year. I think you mentioned it, Tony, in your show today as well. I mean, that's why he is considered a good. If you figure with Stone and Grove, the Dodgers have, just like they always do, more pitching on the horizon. So expect soon enough for Stone to figure it out. Tough lineup to go against here tonight, but I'm certainly going to give him a chance here in this one, Tony.
Yeah, don't forget they got those 2 great prospects from Toronto. Remember when they traded Mitch? Who was a kid's name that started for the Dodgers last year? Mitch White, right? Mitch White. They traded him over to Toronto, thinking he was major league ready because he was showcased. Mitch White that trained at the trade deadline. They traded him to Toronto. Toronto gave up 2 solid prospects. They were probably a couple years away from me. We'd probably see maybe them next season. But Mitch White, I don't know if Toronto would want to do that deal over again.
Be interesting to see what the Dodgers have up their sleeve this time. I would imagine, I know you talked them down a little bit, but now that they've gotten off to this start, of course the goal for the Dodgers is always to win the World Championship, and they probably didn't think that this was ever, a throwaway season or even a season that they had to overachieve. But now they put themselves into this position. If this situation continues, then we know, look, Gonsolin. Don't forget Gonsolin's issue.
Yeah. Too. Pepiot also. Pepiot was somebody they
Pepiot was, I mean, he's on the 60-day now, so that's going to be an issue, right? So the Dodgers, could they make a move, for some more pitching? Look, I don't think that it's past Grove and Stone, should those guys come back. I mean, May and Urias, you always got to wonder, certainly, about the situations, with with May, but maybe the Dodgers might be interested in doing something now, considering they're off to this great surge that they're on to the top of the standings, and I guess we'll have to see about that. But nine and a half is a Major League Baseball game. Better have a little bit better pitching than that. A great series right now, one of the top series of the year so far. With this one, with the Braves and the Dodgers, definitely could be seeing them, I guess, in October.
Yeah, well, the season we expect the season to be a little different. Had the Padres played up to met their expectations, they would be looking up for the Padres. But as we've talked time and time again, when they're chasing the favorite, maybe they're in a better position when they are expected to win. I don't know if they were they may have been favored to win. I know people were down the Dodgers, but a lot of people loved the Padres this year because of what we saw with the Dodgers. But when the Padres are expected to be the division winner, it doesn't seem to happen.
No, and that's they're definitely not able to play from this that type of buildup that they had. So maybe that's what they need. Maybe falling behind a little bit, they can get it together and figure it out. But right now, it doesn't seem. I've been on. I mean, I have a good feel for that team. I mean, we took them yesterday convincingly, and they did handle that game. So felt like I know when the Padres are going to win, the Padres are going to lose. So, anyways, Tony, under 9.5 here. Braves and Dodgers, good series here in Atlanta between these two teams tonight. Morton, Braves also have a little bit of pitching issues, obviously, with Max Fried.
Oh yeah.
Also currently on the shelf.
Right.
So.
Kyle Wright's another one. So, yeah, the Dodgers got the best. Their young guys are going to face some good pitchers here for the Braves. But, yeah, the Braves are dealing with their rotational issues, no doubt about that. We saw them have some struggles of late as well. I think I was talking to one of the shows how they were, I think last week, I think for the week, the lowest return on investment. The Braves, so they went through a down spell. But anyway, Ramon here, Dodgers, Braves under 9.5. This one will have a start time here, 7:20 Eastern time. All right, Ramon, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com. Again, unit leader over at Tony'sPicks.com, 4,277 units of profit. All document over at Tony'sPicks.com. You can verify that by going to Ramon's handicapper page. On the leaderboard there, you'll see it. All right, Ramon, tonight we got a 12-game card for Major League Baseball. We also have singles from the NBA as well as NHL. What do you have going on over at the site?
Well, now we're down to just one playoff game in each sport every night. I've decided to put everything together. 5 plays in Major League Baseball, plus the 2 playoff plays that I have tonight. 7-pack, $35. Simple as that. Right there, I'm calling it an all-access pass to get in with my package tonight. You get all my premium pick plays. I don't think there'll be anything else tonight. So we'll go with a 7-pack here in MLB, NBA, NHL. Pick it up for $35. It's not even that much. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. That'll save you 20% off of that price, and that'll get you started with me if you've ever wanted to know what's it like to use a tout. Do I need to use a tout? I don't want to pay for picks. Well, if you're having any problem, come on board with the man who leads the website here in units produced this season. That would be me. Pick up that package for 20% off when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. If I don't come through on this 7-pack and show a profit, you can use it on one of our other good handicappers, or come back with me the next day. That's profit guarantee right here. Or you can get involved with any of my long-term packages. You see right there, 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, or longer over at Tony'sPicks.com. You can use that promo code TonyT at checkout. What's it like to ride with Ramon for a week, for a month? Find out to get that winning taken care of. We did it. We did the job over the weekend, finished in the green. That UFC card really helped us going 4-1. And we'll be able to get this going again here shortly. Hate to see these playoff sports wrap up, but that's the nature of the game. We're in May right now. We're going to hit summer. If you want to keep building your bankroll, going to do it in the major leagues. So stick with me here throughout the summer. We'll get you more winners here at Tony's Picks. So thanks a lot, Tony. That 7-pack is my featured pack tonight. Just one package and we'll get it.
That's right, guys. You got most got over at Tony'sPicks.com. Flash the records again. Unit leader over at Tony'sPicks.com for 2023. 4,277 units of profit, all documented over at Tony's Picks. So get on board with Ramon. And of course, he's got that 7-pack again, posting 5 baseball games as well as playoff action from the NBA and NHL there. But instead of buying the plays individually, you may opt for the long-term pass. If you want to try Ramon out for 7 days, here we are on a Monday. Get that weekly all sports pass to get all of Ramon's premium plays for 7 days. All of his baseball, all of his NBA, all of his NHL for the 7 days. Also looks at some of the peripheral sports, maybe in action in tennis, maybe in action in soccer. I don't believe there's UFC this week. But if there was, that would also be part of it. So Ramon here in action with peripheral sports. So get on board WNB as well. So get on board with that 7-day pass. And of course, you can use the promo code TonyT at checkout, and you'll save 20% off. I'll do the math on this one. You'll save about close to $30 when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link you see there in the description and click the All Cappers tab. You'll land right on Ramon's page and go ahead and get signed up. Okay, so continuing here, Ramon, we also put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Picks Ramon with more content there. Of course, you let people know about your service. Discord for more content. Of course, you moderate the Discord. And of course, the Morning Steam, another show in the archives. And of course, the Morning Steam off tomorrow, but Ramon comes on Game Day Picks on Tuesday and gives out a pick from every game on the board from the professional side.
Usually try to go whatever Tony didn't as far as side or total. So he gives some multiple opinions from us here at Tony'sPicks.com. There's plenty of games to go around and have to navigate a little bit around the premiums, and that's what I do. Try to give you more opinions, more plays, so you can have a great day, a great card, a lot of fun here. Go over to Tony's Picks Ramon, pick up my play right there tonight. I'll come up with another one. Haven't hit them all yet, so we'll find a play maybe in one of these late games and send the package over so people can see it and subscribe to it. If they have any reservations, make it real easy for them. Just make it a one-click where they can get on the website and get that package. Good to see everyone here from the chat. It's great that so many from the Morning Steam are represented here, including Charles, including Scotch, including Corday as well. So appreciate those folks very, very much. We had one of our most watched shows on Sunday. We'll mention that, which is pretty good, saying that we don't have the big sports necessarily, just a couple of playoff games and a bunch of Major League and WNBA. Thank you for mentioning that, Tony. Got a WNBA package that you can subscribe to there as well. So far, our show picks have been pretty good, so check those out as well. Hit me up in the Discord. I always try to bring a little bit of breaking news. I want to see more activity in there right now. I know we're getting to baseball season. Maybe, some people are going to drop their wagering menu a little bit, but still got plenty of information in there for you. And we got a couple of our viewers sharing tips and tickets and whatnot. So let's keep it active. Let's keep it going, folks. I'll always respond if you ask a question in there in the public part of the forum. Ramon, you like this, you like that, or something. I'll come up with something there. And also, Tony, you mentioned it. We're back with more Morning Steam on Wednesday. We're dark on Tuesdays. So Mindy and I'll be wrapping up several of all these series that we started to preview today a little bit. All those will be wrapping up on Wednesday, and a couple more as well in the major leagues. So we're about to hit that grind, but we got a little bit of action to tide us over as well with some of these other sports. The fact that I've gotten Mindy lockstep here with WNBA.
Oh yeah, I like that. I mean, Mindy was into it. She was upset. I think who was the team that had 3 points in the quarter? She was really hounding that.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to be seeing that. So obviously we have some very intriguing storylines in the league so far. We had some of our chat saying, boy, they'd rather watch paint dry. They'd rather watch women's college ball. I don't know. I think that this league, I think this is going to be their most successful season ever. Now, I think that's kind of the way this league is working year over year right now. The growth is just pretty unstoppable for this league. It's not like leagues in the past, and I think that's something to said for the stability of leagues now with television, with electronic media, Tony. Less likely, I think, the leagues are going to fail. I think even these two minor league football organizations might also continue their success because of their TV and whatnot. So,
streaming
I think
services.
It's a lot different.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's a lot different than startups of the past. Just kind of tack it on to the fact that down in San Diego, we got an MLS team now to debut. They'll be team number 30. I mean, 30 teams in a professional soccer league. I remember back when professional soccer leagues were lasting a couple of years, and then
I'm going to throw you for a twist here. I can't believe how many. I have friends in the industry. That's why I kind of follow. I can't believe how many independent professional wrestling companies are in business. How much of it is out there? That just blows me away. And it's the streaming, So
apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
Think of the late Alan Dinkinson and how he loved to go to those events just
PRG.
as much as a big one, right?
Yeah, I mean these little promotions are surviving, and it's amazing. It's mainly because of streaming, and that's why I don't see XFL, USFL around here. We're seeing even the women's soccer leagues that survive. I know Paramount has put investment there, and they cover it too. I watch the CBS HQ. I recommend that if you just want to watch sports without the nonsense. They just give out the stats, they give out the facts, and that's it, which I like. They, you see them promoting them. But anyway, yeah. So it looks on the upswing here for sports, no doubt. So all right, guys, check out Ramon over at Tony's Pick Ramon for more content. You catch him over on the Discord. He moderates it. So if you put a post or you have a question for him, he'll get notification. He has his notifications on, so he'll respond to you immediately. All right, Ramon, have yourself a great night, good afternoon. We'll catch up with you tomorrow when you do your rundown here on Game Day Picks.
Okay, I'll get started. Thanks a lot.
Got it. Ramon Scott here on Game Day Picks. Guys, with you here on Game Day Picks Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications, be live with us, get the plays in real time, get the best numbers. And that's what you want to do here on the show. Let's continue on here with Game Day Picks. Time for my play. A pick I'll give you guys here on the show that just missed my premium. That it's similar to what I give out on my show. But again, this is one would have been close to a premium quality. We are looking at this Diamondbacks and Phillies game for tonight here, and we're going to be looking here in this game. If I can figure out where I hit the pick button, and it's right here. We're going to go over 9 here with D-backs and the Phillies tonight. On the mound tonight here is Henry, the lefty here for Arizona, and I've got issues. With Henry, it's the contact. That's the thing that bothers me with Henry. It's hard for me to back him. I do respect this Diamondbacks team. They've shown some improvement this year. I think the kind of the station-to-station hitting is working for them. Didn't work for them in the old before the shift, but it's working now for this Arizona Diamondbacks team. They got some offense. I mean, they produced runs on the road, which is good to see because they were always having a hard time on the road doing anything. But Henry here, an ERA in his 5 starts, a WHIP of 1.48. The walks are going to get you in trouble. 10.5% walks, 11% strikeout rate. That's too low here in this ballpark against this Philadelphia lineup. Even though the Phillies have had their issues scoring against left-handers, this left-hander is not, I believe, at high quality. I think he is susceptible here to some runs against them. Zach Wheeler gets the start. 9 starts in ERA over 4 for the year. Pretty good strikeout rate and a good FIP. Again, Henry's high contact and concern, but remember the Diamondbacks offense is producing just over 5 runs a game against right-handed starters. So we'll go over here with Arizona and Philadelphia. All right, guys, check out Tony'sPicks.com right now. I got plays for you right now. I got 4 premiums on the board right now. I've got the a best bet up there for you right now for Major League Baseball. Also up right now, I have 3-pack with my NBA as well as my 2 plays here for Major League Baseball. So I've got 4 premiums on the board here, so go ahead and get on board. You see my best bet up there right now. I have a pretty good best bet record for the year, so get on board with that. Of course, remember that promo code TonyT at checkout, and you'll save 20% off. You can access my page. Just click the link in the description. Click the All Cappers tab. You'll land on my page and go ahead and get signed up. Not only do I have the 1-day passes, my long-term passes as well, 3, 7, or 30 All Sports Pass. You get all my premium plays for that period of time you select. When you go to my handicapper page, you make that purchase. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. All right, no games in progress, so no scoreboard update for that reason. But let's go ahead and let's get to the recap of today's show with the picks here on the show. So we start off with Mindy. Mindy liked the Hurricanes and Panthers under 5.5 goals. Ramon came in here with the Dodgers Braves under 9.5 runs. I'm coming in here with the Diamondbacks and Phillies to go over a total of 9 runs. All right, that's going to do it here for our show. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Charles Sharp, as always, Butterscotch in there, Mindy as well. as well in there. Kusak in the chat as well. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us. That's going to do it for our show. Go ahead and bring in our crew from today's show. Going to